I don't want more. Try to make myself look cute, but I realize it just looks like I'm trying too much. Hello, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be diving into the beautiful addiction world. Because today in this video, I will be talking about my exercise addiction that I used to have and how I got over it, how it affected me, and all of that. If you are struggling with disordered eating or an exercise addiction, please skip forward to this part of the video. I don't really know how long, this long, because in the beginning of this video, I will be talking about a little of my experience, like how my addiction was, how I got into my addiction. It will be very short, but just so we get an overall view of my situation, and then I will be talking about how it affected me. So I do not want to trigger anyone. I do not want to give you any stupid ideas that this is what you're supposed to do to blah 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 blah, so if you're struggling with that, please skip forward to this point and let's get right on with the video. This goddamn fly, I swear to God, every time I'm filming a video, it is a fly here. You're a cat, you're supposed to take the fly. You're just staring at it, very angry. Anyways, let's get on to the video. So my family has always been very active. I live in a very active family. Like, we do competitive skiing. My dad is a alpine ski, trainer. He's registered. So we used to do a lot of competitive skiing during the winter. So the winter time, we're like 4 times a week, straight training, and very active. And my mom is a horseback rider. I used to be a horseback rider as well. So it was a lot, like, we spent many days of the week in the stable with the horses. I don't do much of that anymore. My sister is more into that now. We used to do hiking, like every summer we used to go hiking. We have always been a very active family. Like, my dad goes to the gym and all of that stuff. But I wasn't really an active child. I loved to stay just inside, watching videos, eating candies. I got more active when I turned 13 because I started in a sports school. So that's when I started to get into exercise a little bit. I started doing morning and evening workouts. It was like some push-ups, some crunches, it wasn't a big deal. And I used to go for walks with my mom or just with myself. I didn't really lose weight, but I got slimmer because I was 13. I was growing. I grew a lot that summer and I got way slimmer because I used to be kind of a chubby child. And all of a sudden I was a slim child because I grew like 10 centimeters in one summer. But I was still eating normal, a lot of sweets, a lot of junk food. But then one day I got into the wonderful site of the internet called Diet Culture Internet. I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna call it Diet Culture Pithole. Okay, that's what I'm gonna call it. In this video, I will be solidly focusing on my exercise addiction. I will not be focusing on my food addiction. So I'm probably gonna make a separate video. This goddamn fly. Anyways, so when I was 13, it was the year of the thigh gap. It was diet culture's most, it was the thing. Diet was the thing, and Pro Ana was in its habit. Like, Pro Ana was like created back then, and it was all over Tumblr, all over social medias. I didn't have social medias, but I had Tumblr. So slowly I began to link exercises that I began to do to my slim figure, and I thought it was the reason to why I got so slim. And then I increased my training. Like, I started to train more in the evening, I started to train more in the morning, and I also began to walk like 4 kilometers every day. So that's like how it all started. As I developed my eating disorder, my relationship with exercise got worse. I felt like I had to work out and exercise a specific amount a day to maintain my figure, which is a lie. You don't have to work out every day. Whatever, I'm not gonna get into that yet. Now, this part might be a little bit triggering for some people, but hopefully those people have already skipped forward. Hello. I used to exercise 6 hours a day, and now you're thinking that is impossible. How do you do that? It is impossible. A normal person would not be able to do that much exercise during one day, but I was, because I devoted my entire life to exercise. and I was so deep into it at this time. So 6 hours a day exercise. As I got older, I was exposed to more variety of exercises, which it wasn't really a big thing back then, but now it is. And it was all of these new workouts that wasn't really popular. It was Pilates, weightlifting, cardio, resistance band workouts. It was so much, and this was just something for my addiction to just feed on and be like, this is for me. So the thing I got stuck to was cardio, and I have always hated cardio. I still hate cardio. I hate running, jumping, all of that stuff. But according to some wonderful resources I found online, which was like Weight Watchers and diet culture influencers, cardio was the best way to lose weight because you burn the more amount of calories during less time. So you burn more calories doing cardio than doing weightlifting. Which is stupid because the amount of calories you burn does not equal the weight you lose or the muscles you gain. So I began to do at least 30 minutes of cardio every day, 7 days a week, alongside with the other workouts I was doing, like the ab workouts, the leg workouts, and everything like that. So my life was now just about exercise. It was exercise all over the place. Workout, no time for anything else. Now we'll be focusing on how it affected me because that is like the main point of this video. So I'm gonna start with the physical effect on me, and then we're gonna move on to the mental effect of me. So let's start with the physical effect. By doing cardio every day, and that huge amount of it obviously led to me losing weight and rapidly. I was also in a very strict calorie deficit due to my eating disorder. I ate very low calories, like under the recommended amount for weight loss. It was so little. So during the span of 1 to 2 months, I lost 10 kilos of my body weight, which is a lot, and I was already slim to begin with, so now I was just severely underweight. The thing that happened physical was that I lost all my muscles. I know that people, when they see slim people, they think that they have a lot of muscles because it looks like they have muscles, but in reality, it's just them being slim. Because when you're underweight, your muscle definition is much more visible because you're only skin. And then you can see more definitions on your body, but it's actually not muscles, it's just you being underweight. So I lost my muscles. I used to go to the gym a lot. Like, I had an exercise addiction. It got better at one point, and I began going to the gym, doing weightliftings with my dad. And then I got like a more toned and more muscular physique, but I lost all of that. I lost my butt, I lost my abs, I lost my thighs, I lost my boobs. Everything just went away, and now I was just a stick. I was just skin and bones. No curves, no muscles, no toning. It was just skinny. Some of my dedicated followers or people who follow me for a long time on other social medias know I have back and neck problems and injuries that are being treated, but it got way worse when my exercise addiction kicked in because I did cardio every day, and alongside with my neck and back injuries, I also got other problems like my hips and my knees in particular were the areas that were now starting to get really bad and sore because I did cardio every day, and running every day and jumping and all of that every day really tore down my muscles and my all of the tissue, and it got really bad, and I had so much knee problems, so much hip problems. Sometimes I couldn't stand up, sometimes I couldn't bend my knees. And if you have muscle to begin with, this might not be a problem by doing a lot of cardio, but I had no muscle. So I was just slowly tearing down the tissues within my body. And I had trouble standing up because my knees were hurting, and I began to get bruises all over my body, specifically on my hips, my lower back, and my knees. And I still to this day have a bruise from 3 years ago on my lower back. It doesn't go away. A lot of pain in my body, although this didn't stop me from working out, but it was so painful. I just remember standing up and feeling all my body parts just aching, like oh, like someone has just been punching me over and over and over again for hours. That's how I felt like. I'm fucking done with you. Where the fuck are you? Where did it go? Got away this time, but you're not getting away next time. Now we've covered some of the physical effects it had on me. Now let's cover the mental effects. And these are the thing that affected me the most was the mental part. So, first of all, I got very mentally drained. Like, you know, people who work really hard in their jobs and then all of a sudden they collapse. That was basically me. Working out and exercising was no longer fun. It was no longer a way for me to be fit, to be healthy, to be a better version of myself. It was only a way, solidly only a way for me to burn calories and become skinnier and lose weight. There was no other point to it. That was the only point. I went to bed most days feeling anxious and having a rock in my stomach, knowing that tomorrow I was gonna go through the thing again. I was gonna go through the same torture, because that's what it was. It was torture. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it because it was an addiction, and I was basically torturing myself for hours a day, just feeling like shit. And then when I go to bed, I'm like, okay, now I'm laying down, I'm resting, but in a couple of hours, I will be doing the same thing all over again. It was hours upon hours of workout, just being tired mentally, tired physically, everything. Like I said, working out was no longer fun. It was a chore. It was something I had to do every day in order to function, because if I didn't do it, I couldn't function. I couldn't function mentally. I felt pressured because I could no longer do the workouts that I found fun. Like, the workouts I find fun was weightlifting, resistance training, and Pilates, stuff like that. I can no longer do that because I read online on these stupid sources that cardio was the way to go. So I only did that thinking that if I did weightlifting or stuff like that, I would get bulky or it would just not be as effective. So instead of doing the workouts I liked and I enjoyed, like you should do, I did the one that was just so exhausting and I didn't like it. I believe that if you weren't drained in sweat, laying on the floor like a dying fish after each exercise, you were doing something wrong. And I believe that you were doing something wrong and that it just wasn't effective. And that is a lie. That is a lie right there. Just because you're not draining in sweat does not mean that you haven't done enough. And the thing that is most important in this video, and the thing that hurt me the most, and the thing that hurts everyone with whatever addiction you have, this is the thing that brings most harm and brings most emotion when you think about it. My addiction stopped me from doing the things I like. It stopped me from drawing, from writing, from reading. It took away all my time. Like, all of my time was just for exercise. I had no time left, maybe like an hour a day, and you can't do much in an hour. And in that hour, I was just tired. So I exercised all the time to look my best and to have the perfect body. But no one would even notice because I was all alone. I was locked up in my own room doing exercises, not going out anywhere. No one would notice the change that I went through. My addiction took away trips to the beach with my family. It took away hiking with friends. It took away painting at the sunset, reading a really nice book underneath blankets in front of the window on a fall evening with hot chocolate. It took away baking the evening before Christmas with my mom, and just so much more. It took away everything that makes life worth living. Because I thought I had to, because I thought that if I did this, I would find happiness. But the more I did it, the less happier I got. And I just didn't realize that because I was so fed up with my addiction. I was striving for a goal that was just getting further and further away the more I worked. So how did I get out of it? How did I stop this addiction? This is a complicated story because, like everyone struggling with addiction, the story is not linear. You're not gonna get from A to B by doing one thing. And it's not gonna go from A to B like straight. It's gonna go from A to see, to E, to Y, to B, to back to C. But the thing that helped me a lot, first thing that helped me a lot, was to do research. This is so underrated. It's something you don't do when you're in addiction, or if you do it, you do research based on what you want to know. So I began doing, first of all, I skipped diet culture, okay? I went away from Weight Watchers and all of that shit telling you that cardio is the way to go. I did research on scientifically proven sources. And as I did that, I realized that cardio was not even the way to go to reach my goal, which was, you can't reach the goal. Like, okay, my goal was just out of space. But anyways, if I wanted to reach the goal, I was not supposed to do cardio in the first place. I also realized that an overload of cardio can lead to weight gain that I had no idea about, because I was so fed up with these false things that diet culture, diet influencers were telling me, which are just lies. So there were exercises that I like weightlifting and Pilates. If I would have done those exercises, I would have gotten closer to the results I wanted, but I was just delusional at this point. So besides from research, another thing that helped me was to make a schedule. And it might not work for everyone, but for me it worked because I didn't have a scheduled workout routine before. I just did my cardio, you know, X amount of hours, and then I looked myself in the mirror. I was like, okay, my legs feel fat today. Maybe I should work out on my legs because it would just solve overnight. So I didn't have a routine. So I began to make a routine. Like on Mondays, I would do Tabata. On Tuesday, I would do upper body. Wednesday, I would do resistance training. And by doing this, like creating a schedule, I could narrow down my 7 days of cardio to like 2 days of cardio a week. And then the type of cardio I would do these 2 days would be cardio I found fun, like Tabata, kickboxing, just things I would enjoy. So that workout would be fun and not just mentally draining. The thing that helped me the most, and this is the part that took the longest time. This took years. So it's nothing that's just gonna happen overnight, but you might wanna get started with it right now because it's gonna take time. So I had to change my mindset around exercise, because my mindset at that time was exercise was a way to get skinny. It was a way to lose weight. Exercise was a punishment for eating and just a way to lose weight. So I had to change that into a normal mindset about what exercise should be. I had to change it from being a way to lose weight to a way to improve my mental and physical well-being, to get stronger and to thrive as a human being. That was the thing that helped me the most, but the part that took the longest time. But once I stopped seeing exercise as a punishment and as a way to lose weight, and instead a way as getting healthier, becoming stronger and fitter, then everything just kind of came naturally. It became natural to do more weightlifting because I wanted to get stronger. It became natural to not do as much cardio. It became natural to eat more to fuel myself. Exercise should not be a punishment for eating. It should be an honoring of what our bodies are able to do and what our bodies are able to achieve. Because it's just so cool how much our body can change for the span of time. Like when I first went to the gym, I did the leg press. I couldn't even do 10 kilos leg press. I'm not even kidding you. It was embarrassing. I couldn't even press the thing without weights. But in a short period of time, I was able to press 140 kilos without a problem. Like, I couldn't do push-ups on my knees. I couldn't even do a knee push-up. Now I can do normal push-ups without a problem. So, exercise should be a way of improving ourselves, not punishing ourselves. So this was a bit of, I'm telling you, it has something it wants to tell me. Yeah, like, you wanna mess? I did kickboxing this morning. This was my exercise addiction story, how I got out of it, how it affected me. And I just kind of want to say it again because I feel like it has to be said a billion times. Exercise shouldn't be a punishment. Exercise should be fun, enjoyable, okay? And I hope this video helped you. I hope it helped you to feel not alone if you're struggling with the same. I hope it helped you to stop what you're doing right now, because maybe you're getting to the place I was. I hope this inspired you to become a better version of yourself, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it getting into that part that I was. I already told you about it. It isn't worth it. I feel so much more better now. I feel like a different person now. I'm so much healthier, happier. I'm not fixated the same way as I was before. So I would just like to say that you are amazing. Whatever you're going through, you gotta get through it. And thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. If you liked it, please subscribe to this channel. Become a part of my family. There will be more videos like this and fun videos too. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye!